This is part 2 of our video about compact native plants, or native plants that aren't going to get out of hand in your native garden. And I've got 2 great ones for you to have a look at here, but you can go back to part 1 and see some other really nice ones that we've done. But check this out. This is a copper glow tea tree. It has beautiful rich purple foliage. It's lovely soft foliage, and you can have it trimmed up as a hedge, grow it as a round shape, a square shape, grow it natural or grow it however you like, and it's a beautiful native that doesn't get too big and easily kept in hand. And look at this, look how it goes with this beautiful golden, this is called an acacia lime magic, and this is a tree that with a little trim you can fit it into any native garden and it sort of grows up and weeps over. But look at the lovely gold and purple together, small tree and a nice neat little bush, copper glow and acacia lime magic. Beautiful contrast. This is a mass planting of acacia lime magic. It looks like one giant tree, but it's actually half a dozen trees planted close together, and it can be kept quite small if you plant one and then stay on top of it, trim it regularly, and the more you trim it, the more beautiful golden weeping foliage you'll get. Here's a super low maintenance feature tree. Really neat and compact, and what it is, it's a very hardy ground cover called an acacia limelight. And what's happened, it's been grafted up on a blackwood tree, and it's been grafted up here. The blackwood stems have been trimmed off and you get this beautiful standard. And the great thing about this is it's never going to get too big. It'll get a little bit bigger and rounder than this. If it gets a little bit big, you can give it a trim. Hardly needs any water, makes a beautiful feature. Plant them as a pair, plant a little avenue of them, but it's basically a zero maintenance feature that looks fabulous. What you have here is an acacia waterfall, and what that is that it's a ground covering acacia that's been grafted up on an upright growing acacia. And what happens from here is it grows out and it grows down and never grows up. So it'll always stay nice and low. So if you've got that, maybe you want to grow one in a big tub on a patio, maybe you've got a small garden bed, or you've got that special spot where you don't want something to grow too big. And here it is, beautiful cascading foliage, lovely soft foliage. And the other thing about this, it's an Australian native. It's really hardy. You hardly have to water it. If it's in a pot, you water it, regularly. But out in the garden in Melbourne, barely ever needs a water. Really tough. Here's our last plant. It's a fascinating ground cover. It looks like sort of fine eucalyptus foliage, but it's not. It's called Digger Speedwell, and it's a hardy, fast-growing, beautiful flowering ground cover that gets thick and bushy on the ground and blankets out the weeds. So really good for your low maintenance garden, and not too tall at all. So Digger Speedwell, and look at these beautiful purple flowers. They're really lovely. This is going to flower from midwinter right into springtime. So flowers for quite a few months. So long flowering, hardy, easy to grow it almost anywhere, and it looks fascinating. Digger Speedwell. So let us know if you want another video in the series of native plants that are not going to get out of hand.